Welcome back to the Game of Thrones Fandom Hour with
Ginny Ward.
and Savannah Flumacher.
This week we will be discussing Book 1, Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin.
To start off, we'll go charging into the major noble houses of Westeros. Representing the north, we have House Stark, headed by Eddard Stark and Lady Catelyn. The Stark house has 5 children, Robb, Sansa, Bran, Arya, and Rickon, along with the bastard son Jon Snow and the ward Theon Greyjoy.
Holding the throne is House Baratheon, headed by Robert Baratheon and his wife Cersei Lannister. They have 3 children. The eldest son Joffrey is heir to the throne. Robert also has 2 brothers, Stannis and Renly Baratheon.
House Lannister is the economic powerhouse of Westeros. Headed by Tywin Lannister, this house has questionable ties and alliances with the throne, both when it is held by the Targaryens and the Baratheons. He has 3 children, Jaime the Kingslayer, Cersei, and his dwarven son Tyrion the Imp.
Representing the disgraced House Targaryen, Daenerys and her brother Viserys are across the sea from Westeros. House Targaryen held the Iron Throne of Westeros for many centuries before the Mad King, their father and uncle due to their incestual relations in their family,
Gross.
was murdered by the Kingslayer, Jaime Lannister. House Targaryen also happens to be the worst house in the entire book.
A little bit of background for our poorly versed listeners. Robert Baratheon went to war against the Targaryens a few decades before the events of the first book, along with his ally Ned Stark. He claimed the Iron Throne after wiping out the Targaryens. Jaime Lannister killed the Mad King, erasing doubts surrounding the potential loyalty of House Lannister.
Robert, on the other hand, has grown fat, and he is a drunken swine. His kingdom is in shambles and debt due to his extravagancies. His hand, Lord Arryn, died under mysterious circumstances, and so we see Robert Baratheon traveling to the north to ask Ned Stark to be his hand at the start of the first book.
After Robert convinces Ned to become the Hand, he and his children, Sansa, Arya, and Bran, were to travel to King's Landing. But due to an accident where Bran saw Cersei and Jaime have incestual relations,
Gross!
he was pushed from a high tower by the Kingslayer, resulting in paralysis. Ned and his daughters went ahead and returned to King's Landing with the King's party. While Ned is on his way to King's Landing, an assassin is sent after his son Bran. Bran survives this attack due to his mother's swiftness and his pet direwolf that attacks the assassin. Kat's hand are badly damaged by the assassin's blade. She suspects Lannister involvement, and she leaves the north to consult with Ned about her suspicions.
After speaking with Ned, Kat makes her way back to Winterfell, but is delayed when she captures the Lord Tyrion in relation to her son's attempted murder. She takes him to her sister's hold in the east. Her sister, she's just crazy, okay? She's crazy.
Back in King's Landing, the king and all of his men go on a hunting excursion.
The king is a sot, and he is cured by a wild boar on the excursion.
He dies back in King's Landing, making Joffrey king and Cersei queen regent. Jaime Lannister, after hearing of Tyrion the Imp's capture, attacks Ned in the streets, killing his men and taking him captive, believing that this was an act of treason. He is accused of it, and Joffrey cuts off his head.
What a jerk.
Even when Ned's daughter, Sansa, who is to be wed to Joffrey, begs him not to.
Truly heartbreaking. Across the sea, Dany was sold off to Khal Drogo, a horse lord,
So pretty.
because her brother wanted an army. Her brother was killed after a disagreement with the Khal, and is given his crown of molten gold, which kills him. Dany and the Khalasar travel around for a while, and Dany becomes pregnant with the Khal, which was really kind of gross, but anyway, the Khal was injured in a fight with the sheep people, and he died. On his funeral pyre, Dany placed ornamental dragon eggs that she had been gifted at her wedding. Miraculously, all 3 eggs hatched, releasing dragons into the world again, and it was freaking awesome.
Yeah, but she lost her baby because she tried to do black magic to bring back the call.
Yeah, well, the baby isn't real, Savannah.
It was shown later in the series.
It doesn't count.
It does.
No.
Okay,
No.
the Call and her had a beautiful baby, and Dany was so proud of it.
Doesn't matter. It was magic.
It didn't
no, exist.
The baby existed. It died later because of the magic.
The baby did exist, but it was never born, so it really didn't.
The
It
Call
doesn't even
was
matter.
beautiful, and their baby was chubby and cute.
Keep telling yourself that.
I will.
Savannah.
I will continue to tell myself that.
Whatever. Alright, and now on that note, we'll go into our favorite Game of Thrones characters. Savannah, care to share, even though your opinion is going to be wrong?
Sure it will. As it was probably noted before, my favorite character would have to be Cole and his unborn baby that was shown, even though not in the first season, but in season 2. Danny had been in where again?
It was somewhere with the wizards.
Yeah, okay. So with the wizards, and she had a dream, and it was with Cole, and her baby were waiting for her, and she had to tell them no so she could go back to her dragons. And it was depressing, but you got to see this cute little baby, and Cole loved her so much at the end that he was just the best character ever.
Oh, yeah.
And his tattoos and his hair that was so long, and when you look at him online, he can pull off a man bun. A man bun! Do you know how cute those things are? Yes.
Well, no, because Khal Drogo was like awful to Danny.
Only in the beginning. No,
Yeah, that
it was
was
a
like-
misunderstanding. That's
Oh, a
the only. That's
misunderstanding.
the only way he knew how to treat women.
Oh, raping them. That's
Whatever.
A misunderstanding.
He was married to her. Okay.
Because her brother sold her.
It doesn't matter. That was their time. Like, he didn't know how to treat a woman any differently than that. That's how he was raised.
True.
So if somebody looked at you and you were like, oh, damn, that red hair, and you're like, I can't help it, I was born with it.
I'd be very alarmed. But
I'm just saying. It's the way he was born. It's the way he was raised. You can't help that.
True. But the baby wasn't real, so why do you...
But the baby was so cute.
Just because it's a baby doesn't mean it's a good character.
Debatable.
wasn't real.
There are no other babies in the film besides the one that gets murdered.
But that baby was murdered too.
But that baby wasn't cute. It was like a tiny little baby all swaddled, and you didn't see it. No.
Yeah, well, there's
The
still...
Cole's baby was adorable and chubby and cute.
But it wasn't real.
It
was,
doesn't matter.
It was a vision implanted in her brain by the wizards.
It doesn't matter. It still represented her baby and what her and Cole had.
Had. That's the key word here.
I didn't say he was still a main character. I'm just saying he was my favorite character.
That's a poor choice, but
Whatever.
you're entitled to your opinion, I suppose.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad I get an opinion.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Okay, so, yeah.
All right. Would you like to know my favorite character, Savannah?
Yeah, I do. What's your favorite character, Jenny?
It's clearly going to be King Hot Pie.
Oh, he's not even a king!
Well, he is a character, unlike that stupid baby.
He was only brought up in 2 books.
More than the
And
baby.
forgotten forever.
More than the baby.
Whatever. I
Yeah,
didn't.
well,
Cole is my favorite. So it
Paul
doesn't
is
matter.
dead.
Hot Pie is
Hot Pie is
useless.
alive. Hot
Hot
Pie.
Pie isn't even mentioned in the later series. He's been forgotten.
That's because he's distracting us. He's going to go back after everyone else is dead, and Hot Pie is going to inherit the earth.
No, George R.R. Martin forgot about him. Admit
But
it.
now, he's going to remember.
No, he's
Yeah.
not. He's going to be forgotten, and he's going to be one of those that were just lost in the plot.
Nope. Nope. He'll remember. I have faith in George.
What significant part did Hot Pie ever play?
He was a friend to Arya. He
What
helped them
about that?
escape.
All that I remember from this was he wandered around with Arya, chubbily walking around, and that was it. There was never a conclusion to that. There was never he did a big part.
He shouted Hot Pie when they were fighting. That was his war cry. What kind of... That's like an awesome war cry, Savannah. Hot Pie. Hot
No,
Pie,
we are not
hot
chanting
Pie.
again.
Yes, we are.
He'll never be the king. He is not
He will
relevant
always be
to
the king.
story.
He'll be my king.
He'll be your king and nobody else.
He is about as relevant to the story as Danny's baby is.
Danny's baby was a key part because she had used black magic to try to save Cole. That was a huge part, and that was the only reason her dragon eggs hatched, because Cole died.
Yes, and then she put them in a fire.
The only reason the eggs hatched. Why else would she have ever put those eggs in a fire?
But that doesn't have anything to do
So
with
that's
the
a
baby.
central theme plot.
Well, so was Hot Pie. He was central to Arya and her character development.
Bull crap.
Yes, he was.
No, it's the guy
Yes.
with the helm.
Gendry?
Yeah.
He was important too.
He was the only important one out of that. The
No,
rest
he
of them
was
were
not.
fillers to act like he knew still some characters. That
No.
was George R. R. Martin's filler.
They were not filler because
Hot Pie?
Hot Pie?
No.
Yes. Arya was awful to Hot Pie when they first met. And then, yeah.
The only reason we became friends is because she was split up from the rest of the group. They were never
Yeah,
a
because they were
central.
attacked. And Hot Pie survived that attack, which means...
Not because of Arya, and not because he defended Arya.
Well, no, just because he's awesome.
No, it was
Yes.
Gendry or whoever the hell his name that helped Arya. That was the main point of the plot. That was the story following, and that's why she's important to him. He even, like, she and her had a thing, you know? He was like, she said, I'll be your family, and he was like,
Okay,
no,
that
I have
was a show
family.
thing. That was definitely not in the book.
It doesn't
No,
matter.
that was never in the book.
It still counted. That was the whole purpose of the show.
No.
For her part. It was escaping, and then her, like, attachment to him, not to Hot Pie.
Yes, but
Hot
he's
Pie was
still
the
my
villain.
favorite character.
Okay, you can have your opinion. It's wrong,
Yes.
but
yours is wrong too. So.
wah,
We're
Jenny.
both wrong.
Just wah.
But another thing is, when King Hot Pie becomes king, everyone will eat hot pie. Everyone will have pie all the time. Wouldn't you want to like to live in a kingdom where all you have to do is eat pie and be happy under King Hot Pie, and he would be like the best ruler ever because he's been a poor boy and now he's a rich king, and so he has pity for the peasants. And
Where did they even get the name Hot Pie?
does it matter?
He
was a baker, and he liked to make pies. So
I thought he stole hot pies, or like he sold them on the street. I didn't think he was the baker.
well, he became a baker.
Oh. Okay.
Whatever he was in King's Landing doesn't matter anymore because he became a man of the Night's Watch, even though he never actually took vows. But that doesn't matter because he was going to.
He was going to.
Yes, but he was a baker. He was baking. He baked things.
Keyword. Was.
No, but he was after he left Arya because he baked her that wolf bread and it looked like crap. And then Brienne comes back later and he gives her wolf bread and it looks awesome because he's a baker. And that's how bakers do things. They bake things.
Right.
Like hot pies for the kingdom because they love the kingdom.
So you keep saying was and going to. Right now, he was a filler and he was forgotten.
Yes, was because everything in the book is a was. Like Arya went with him. Arya went across the sea. Ned Stark was beheaded. You refer to everything in the past tense. Referring to hot pie is no different.
So why was Khal Drogo's past tense always brought up?
Because Khal Drogo is dead.
And Hot Pie
And that
was
is
forgotten.
But dead is different than forgotten because forgotten can come back.
We've had so many characters come back from the dead. What makes you think
Okay,
you
like
won't remember
two.
Khal?
Catelyn and Lord Beric. And that was black magic. I don't think that anyone's going to use their black magic to bring, oh wait, what were we talking about? Khal Drogo back from the dead
But
because
he was basically.
his body was burned. They can't do it anymore.
Alright,
It's
whatever.
hopeless. Yeah. Which is why Hot Pie is obviously better than Khal Drogo.
You can have your favorite character, I'll have mine.
Fine.
They're both irrelevant to the story at the moment.
I would agree with this actually.
All
Step on the
right.
debate.
Yeah, it was. All right,
Alright.
folks. I think we're almost out of time here.
Yep.
So we will be back next week for our Game of Thrones fandom hour.
With Savannah.
And Jenny.
Switching it up a little, people.
We will be back next week as we move on to season 2.
And we will discuss how flaming Loras and Renly truly are.